When I thought about putting this together, like I said in the first place, I had a vision on what I wanted to see, what I wanted to have done. As you can see, as I'm getting on my musical journey with this sound check out Delaware, I had to run across my OG. And one of the first people I thought about in my head was a guy that I looked at maybe 40 years ago, and I said, damn, I think he's a rapper. He dressed just like them guys on TV, Run DMC. And goddamn, he got the same damn sneaks on, just like they got on. And I swear to you, ever since I've known this man, I thought he was part MC.
I thought it was too. Wish I was.
Now, when I say a woman's journey, all things probably have to go through this man. But one thing I know for sure is he knows his music. This gentleman has been a part of concerts, promotions, performing, artist development, all kind of stuff behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. He's done so many things. But one thing I do know is he is a music aficionado, and he is down for hip hop. And I would like to introduce to you Sound Check and the Fine Arts Experience, my OG, G1. What's happening? What's happening?
My God, man.
I appreciate you so much, man, for coming out and giving me the time. We in the illustrious, iconic BVD, Black Visionary Designs Barbershop. Give me the address.
Man.
Give me the address.
223 West 8th Street, man. Wilmington, Delaware 19801. And of course, we about to celebrate our 16th year in business, man. God willing, in August, man. So, you know what I mean? Started in 08. You know what I mean? God is good. Really blessed as far as the barbershop is concerned. Starting off with the other owners and, you know, continuing on as we moved on other things. We're still here, man. And God is good, God is great, and it's through God's hands that we still open, you know what I mean?
Yes.
As you know, I can't cut a hairline. You know what I mean? So
you can't, but you put on many people to cut and do their thing, man. You know, so that's one of the things I've always admired about my OG, man. You've never really turned anybody away because you've always been a really inclusive guy, man. All the things that I've seen about you. What makes you such a guy that's so inclusive?
I think, man, just the upbringing, man, the foundation, man. From you already know, 846 Kirkwood Street, man. Block you grew up on, man. You know, grandma, grandpa, Uncle Vic. You know, of course, my mom. You know what I mean? It's just a foundation, man. Just at 5, 6 years old, man, saying you want to be right, you want to do the right thing, you want to be focused. And you know, when teaching came about, teaching wasn't my main goal, but when teaching came about, it changed over a lot of things as far as, you know, who I am and, you know, what I turned out to be.
I would like to stick a pin in that word and pull it out and talk about that word foundation. Mm-hmm. When we talk about foundation, I would like for you to explain your foundation about this hip hop thing. Because one thing I do know for sure is you know your hip hop. And I know you can talk about and speak about the foundation. Mm-hmm. But one of the things I would like to know is what was your foundation of hip hop?
Man, listen, man, it goes back to Kirkwood Street, buddy. You were there, you down the block, of course. And I'm a little bit older than you, just a little bit. But I just remember seeing my first, you know, 12-inch record with the Sugar Hill Gang. You know, that was the first thing we seen spinning. You know, we listened to the Jones, you know what I mean, hip and rap, you know, all that nonsense. Then we got into the breaks, Curtis Blow. Here in Curtisburg, that's the breaks, you know what I mean? Playing basketball, you know. So that was the first remembrance of it, being introduced to it. I just remember Sugar Hill Gang and of course Curtis. But then, crazy day, me and my man Sean Briscoe.
Shout out to brother Briscoe.
Yeah, I remember this like it was yesterday. I'm glad you asked this question, man. It's probably 84, 85, might be 83.
You taking us there?
We had Keisha's Cream. 6 Spruce. Yeah, the bag of joint steaks is on the back. Somebody came in with the album that just changed my life, man. Album changed my life on just looking at the joint.
What's that, OG?
Oh my God. It's like that. 30 days on the other side. Yeah, you got the shirt on, man. Listen, man, if somebody bring that album in, I still got that album. Briscoe bought it, bro. I bought it, probably gonna add for it or whatever. But I still got that album at the crib, man. And, you know, hindsight 2020, I should have brung the drawing with me, man. I still got that same album we got at Keisha's Cream back 83, 84, whatever it was. Run DMC, self-titled Run DMC album, man. And, you know, it was like that. It was like a 12-inch, and 30 Days was on the other side, man. We used to trash that. It's like that. That's the way on that side. 30 days. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know the cut. So yeah, that's what it was, man. I can't even front that. That changed my whole career, man. Because we seen these dudes like, damn, look at them. You know what I'm saying? And we were Chuck Taylor's probably. You know what I mean? We was on a Chuck Taylor work back then.
Yes.
Yeah, then boom.
Yeah, something new came through with that shell too.
Yes, it was a rap,
Something new
man.
came through with that
a
shell
rap.
too.
And it is what it is, man. Go ahead, man. That's it.
That's a heck of a foundation. I've heard so many people say that Run DMC probably was a big milestone in their hip hop evolution, maybe foundation start, and that being a pivotal moment in a lot of people's life.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any other song or moment from Run DMC that really sticks out to you back in those days?
Well, you know, that first album was just incredible, man. Incredible. Rock Box. You know what I mean? That whole album was real, man. I mean, it's only like 10 songs, man, but that's definitely a classic album. Then they came back with the King of Rock, you know what I mean? Killed it with the King of Rock, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, them two back-to-back albums, god dang. The King of Rock, you know what I mean? It's no hard. You know, Tougher Than Leather, My Adidas, all that. Oh my God. Oh, I can continue on. And I can't continue on without saying Run DMC. And of course, that was my first ever show that I ever went to. Steve Run in concert, age 14, 15 years old at the Spectrum. And, you know, it was just an incredible journey. Rocky, shouts out to Rocky. He was a little older than me, my man from BVD, from Bethel Villa. He said, yo, T1, you want to go to Philly, man? You want to go to the show? And I'm like, damn, where do I want to go? So I had to beg my mom. He had to plead with my mom to take me up to Philly at 14 years old. He might have been 16, 17, you know what I mean? And we went up to Philly, man. And you know what we did as a 14-year-old, 15-year-old? Yeah, we got the seats. The seats was probably like $20 at the Spectrum. You know, guess where our seat was? Nosebleed. Guess where we watched the show at?
From the floor.
At 13, 14 years old, real talk, man, with G-Mom, over my grandpa. Yeah, we went down to the floor. They rumbling, they fighting, people getting beat up, knocked out. We sitting there just watching it, man. One boy got trashed, he got trashed, stomped out. Umbrellas all on the board, beating the board.
On the Spectrum?
At the Spectrum. I'm sitting there like it was yesterday. I remember looking at it like, wow. You know, 14 years old. They beat the boy to the park. Guess what happened when they beat him to the park? We had some shells going on.
Oh, let me get those.
Yeah.
Let me get those.
There you go.
Let me get those. Let me get those.
Yes.
Let me get those.
I seen it, baby. I seen it. So yeah, man. I'm going a little bit off. I'm a little hyped right now. Talking about it, but yeah, that's real, man.
Can I
that's
ask
a real
you?
story.
Can I ask you?
Fat Boys was there, you know, Houdini is. Go ahead, my fault. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you who else was there. Well, first of all, what I was going to ask you, was that the Fresh Fest?
Fresh Fest, yeah. Fresh Fest, yep.
So, who else was there at the Fresh Fest?
Cool J opened. Cool J opened. Fat Boys. Houdini and Run. It was one more. I think it started with an N, Dougie Fresh. Some group, man. I like it. Well, I don't think it was it might have been the journey too, man. Yeah. That was just an incredible journey, man. That opened the whole world up, man, to me, man. That opened the whole world up, man. That was incredible, man. Incredible. Now, who said they seen Fat Boys, though? I seen Fat Boys live.
Man, you've seen a lot.
Yeah.
And I heard you talk a little bit about the shell toe. The boy got trashed. They took his shell toe. Can you speak to how important the shell toe Adidas was?
Yeah. I still got a couple copies. I don't wear them as much as I like to, or want to, or used to. But shell toe was an incredible sneak, and of course, with that sneak came that era with the fat laces. And I don't know if you know, you might know this, Doug, but we literally changed our shoelaces every single day. Changed them joints. I remember being at the bus stop, 5th and Pine, bus 155, going to school, getting them joints in. ripping them out, putting a new joint in. And once you put the new fat lace in, it's like you got a new sneak. You know what I mean? So people think you got like 100 sneaks. It was just one sneak.
Hey, yo. Now that's a piece of my life I don't know if you understood. For me being Fife brother, Phil brother,
right,
and living on the block, that's two different ways.
Yeah.
For me to see how you maneuver in fashion, I was like, yo, man, I don't understand. How the fuck he got 17 pairs of motherfucking shell toes? Now, when you say you freak the laces, because I remember we was coming uptown getting laces.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They maybe even Cunninghams that have them every now and then, but really uptown, just right up here.
Right.
Getting the different laces. I couldn't change them every day, but you had all Adidas. Everything. What was that about?
Just swag and style, man. I mean, we can't, you know. I remember being in 5th grade. You know, I think it's probably a little bit from my older brother Billy Jackson too. You know what I mean? And
Billsonville,
rest in peace. Yeah, just the swag. I mean, like I said, running them changed it because you know, in 5th grade, like 1980. You know, they ain't dropped yet. I remember having a 2-tone pair of pants. You know, I remember my grandma made me a 2-tone pair of pants. You know what I'm saying? You remember what they are?
Right.
And Michael Jackson. You know, with the members only jackets.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was our swag, you know what I mean? So it was just swag, man. Just, you know, it wasn't until the guys on your shirt came out that it really just took off. It was crazy. But, you know, even before them, man, we just had something in us, man. Dressing right, you know what I mean? The girls like this, you know what I'm saying? In the neighborhood, we, you know, who can dress better, who got this, who got that, you know, ranking on each other, you know, your sneaks beat up, the bobos, your feet feel fine. You know what I mean? You
had to be right.
Had to be right.
The one thing I say about you, and I'll move on, I said, damn, when you have Adidas brand everything, and I'm talking about sneak, sock, pant, jacket, I mean, for every occasion. Okay, I got the moon boot. Are we going to the moon? I ain't cool. I got the Adidas moon boot. Or it's raining outside. Is it raining hard? Because I get my Adidas umbrella to go with my Adidas raincoat to go over top of my Adidas. I'm like, how the fuck does that happen? And I was like, yo, that brother right there is one of the most stylish people I've ever seen in my life.
Right,
you know,
strong,
ever.
strong.
You know what I'm saying? I would love to give it up to you. I was like, nah, that was one of the most stylish brothers in my life. And to me, I remember there was a time you still had Adidas everything when Nike was coming along. All right, so now, good brother, one thing I would like to get into the heart and the meat of the situation with Wild. I would like to ask you to help me tell the perspective of hip hop from around here through your eyes. Not because you was an MC or none of that, you were just there. You know what I'm saying? And your opinion is highly respected on all levels and on all things.
Right.
So one thing I knew, I said, oh, I know he knows his music. So I want to ask you, good brother, when it comes to hip hop, what do you believe is the foundation of hip hop, period?
The foundation of hip hop.
Or your foundations.
Well,
not what we talked about earlier, but hip hop, period.
Right, the foundation of hip hop, period, from my perspective.
Yes, from your perspective.
I mean, it comes from 5 different pieces, but my piece that, you know, I definitely relate to as far as hip hop is concerned, of course, is the beats and the lyrics and the shows.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm a big show guy, man. I love concerts. I love, you know, going to shows, seeing rappers perform. None of that lip singing thing that they got going on now, man. Put the beat on and spit that game, man. Freestyle and all that, man. I love that. I love that. That's my foundation, my love for it. Okay. I know it consists of break dancing. You know, I know that's a part of it. The culture itself, that's a piece of it. But my thing, lyrics, beats, and performance. Breath control.
You know, breath control, styling, performing, shows. We here in Delaware. I want to ask you, good brother, when you was younger, besides the Fresh Fresh we know was legendary, said Joe was getting trashed for their jaunts, but from around here, can you speak on, at least earlier, some of the performers, the bar spitters, the ciphers, and some of the shows that you've seen from around here.
My perspective as far as hip hop in the hood, Wilmington, Delaware, man. You know, coming from where we came from, coming up in the game where it was only either New York, you know, it was hard for even Philly to get in.
Right.
So it was New York. You know, we had our down south joint going on with Luke and all that. And of course the West Coast, you know what I mean, with the Ice-T of the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why, you know, remember from the West Coast right off the top of the head.
Wow.
Yeah. But if you wasn't from New York, you wasn't getting in. You know, they was biased to everybody, man. You know what I mean? It was hard for Philly to even get in, man. But it was New York. You know what I mean? It was hard. So when we first seen the guys on your shirt, of course, you know, Sugar Hill, all that. Delaware, all right, we had our rappers, but we never really could get in. We could never really get in, and just name a few: Disco B, you know, Remembrance, you know, Grand G from the hood, East Side, and that crew. You know, talking about Blue Chip earlier.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a whole slew of them. You know what I mean? That came up in the mid '80s, late '80s, '90s. That was trying to get on. But Disco B, man, yo, you know what I'm saying? That was a nice hit he had, you know what I mean? That joint was real.
Let me ask you this: you ever seen him perform?
That's a good question, man. I think I did at Ambrosia, but I can't put the videotape out. I like to think I did, yeah, at Ambrosia, man.
Okay.
Or Longshoreman. Talk to me. You remember that?
I remember. I wasn't there. I remember him having a show.
You know, those the Brosiers and the Longshoremen of the world. We was definitely in there, but I can't pull that up. I mean, I was out everywhere. You know what I mean? Went to all the spots.
Right.
But I can't like spit that video to you right now, man.
Gosh.
You know what I mean? The video heavy in this drink, man. And I remember all that going on. Maybe the skating ring bride performed too, you know what I mean? They probably got it on out there too, you know what I mean? There was places they did. And maybe they opened up for Public Enemy. KRS-One. I know they was at Bancroft, Ambrosia. I was there with KRS when it was at Ambrosia. You know what I mean? Trashed it.
Talk to us about when they came.
Man, it was a zoo, man. It was an all-out zoo, man. We out front. Roxanne Shante came to Bancroft, too. I remember that, out front in limo. Now, we ain't get in there. Got in the public. I ain't get into Roxanne. When we was out front, I don't know if we was old enough to get in there. You know what I mean? We like probably 12, 13 years old. Damn, I might have been 12, 13. It had to be, it had to be like 12, 13, 82, 83.
That's what I said. My mom didn't even let me go. I could only just go around the corner and just
Straight up, huh?
be outside.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I can't. I can only really just be right here. I ain't supposed to be here. So you can be that close, you gonna go in. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just outside anyway. So
yeah, man, we didn't know what we was doing, man. It's incredible. It's an incredible journey, man. Incredible journey. But yeah, back to the hometown hip hop, man. We had tracks, man. We had beats, man. We had lyrics, but you know, we was just right in this area, man. It's hard to branch out, even to this day. We a little bit more around and solidified, but ain't nobody really popping like that. They go on tour and host shows and stuff like that. More than our surrounding areas. Philly number one. DC got some people from Wale out of there. You know what I mean? A couple other ones out of there. New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey. That's right by New York. But they had their heat with Naughty and Redman.
Yeah.
But it's just as far as our hood, man. We got spitters. We definitely got spitters. We had one here a few minutes ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we did.
New wave spitter, but yeah. So it's talent here, man. It's definitely talent here. Small wonder, and just can't get on like we need to, man. Really can't, have that spotlight on us because of that size. When you start traveling, when you go to New York and you go to Philly, you say, well, dang.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got 40 blocks here.
40 blocks is just
they got 120 blocks on one hood. 120, we got 40. Then in that one hood, they got 120, 200 blocks. The other hood, they got the same thing.
Right.
Other hood, the same thing.
Like this whole side of town
is
our whole city.
It's our whole city, man. So when you look at the math, man, that math don't be mathing, man.
Right. Now let me ask you this before I move on. You think it's something that we could do? Because this is my attempt to, this is like what I've been telling people, this is my attempt to kind of foster more of a hip-hop community, a hip-hop scene. that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to bring you out and other good brothers and sisters out to kind of start that back up. Not saying start it up, anything like that, but start it back up. And start it with people like you.
The quick answer to that, man, what we need to do, we gotta have unity, man. Our numbers is low.
So everybody got
numbers is low. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I gotta be like, oh yeah, he hot. We gotta support him. We gotta come out to the show. You know what I mean? We gotta pass out flyers. We gotta promote as far as our media is concerned. Everybody, man. Everybody. I got a couple young boy rappers, man. That I've taught, and I go to their shows. I go, promote them, put them out there, man, and repost their work. You know what I mean? Go and see them perform.
Right.
We need more of that.
Yeah, we do.
We need more of that to answer your question, man. Yeah. So, you know our hood, man. You know our hood. You know what I'm saying?
You right about that.
And we so small. So math man and I am, okay? And it took me a while to figure it out. But when you start going to these other cities, you see why. Because they got support. The H-Towns of the world, ATL. You go down ATL, you go down H-Town, especially, years ago, ATL, man, that was a solid foundation. Yeah. You can tell why they blew up like they blew up. They're still hotter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, still on.
You go to H-Town, man, they support each other. Like you said, we got some fire here. We got some fire. But I'm going to tell you, I think another thing that holds us back, just keeping it all the way real, and because I do travel to these cities.
Yes, you do.
Once you say Delaware, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. We like this on the map. We got the talent, dog, but we like this on the map, and we just don't get that drawing, man. We don't get that push. Rappers, a lot of rappers from New York and, Maryland, whatever, where are they from? They mention the DMV area, they mention this tri-state area, rather, excuse me.
Right.
And they don't mention Delaware. You know what I mean? They don't say Delaware. They don't say D.C., Maryland, Jersey, PA. We don't be getting the mentions, man. The boys say, square from Delaware. Nah, spit that crazy nonsense back then. You know what I mean? But hold on, help me out though, because I might be wrong.
I'm listening.
When he said square from Delaware, was he talking about rock, or was he talking about?
My man put me up on the share, 1-4 for a square, headed to Delaware with one change of gear.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Okay. You got that right. It wasn't a square from. Somebody said square from Delaware though. I don't remember hearing
now, see, that's a little bit older hip hop.
Gotcha.
Now that was. That's funny you say that. I was listening to Rock the Bells one day, and they were talking about older rap lyrics. And I'm gonna say it might have been and you not a square from Delaware, and you got on green underwear. Somebody scream, oh yeah!
These rap albums right here too, boy. You got it, boy. Good Lord, you spit that off the dome. I remember hearing that before, man. So we got that over our head.
We had that over here before we even knew we was going to poke out.
Talk to me, man.
You know what I'm saying? We already was branded.
Yeah.
I'm glad some people have stretched out and crossed the borders and kind of put some, honor on our name. But like you were saying, the square from Delaware thing, it may not be from Nas, but that's a popular sentiment really throughout hip hop, because that's early hip hop, the foundation. If you had any hip hop, you heard it from there. So that's one of the first things anybody said in hip hop.
Yeah.
You may not even mean it. Oh, you're square from Delaware. You don't even mean that's just just a slang.
Yeah,
like, oh, you really from Delaware?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? So,
that's a strike against us, man. Major strike.
That is a strike against us, man. Speaking of going across the borders, or people coming from across the borders, good brother, you've had your hand in a lot of hip hop, and like you said, you know numbers because you're an educator. Graduated from the fine institution, Delaware State University, in our state's capital, Dover. And I've been told they've had some legendary concerts. I've been told that they had some legendary concerts on the campuses of Delaware State University. Some homecomings, I want to say some Christmas jams or holiday jams.
Spring break type drinks, all type drinks, man.
I'm assuming the good brother OGT Warren may know about one story or two stories. He can maybe talk about something he's seen at one of these great concerts that he down in Delaware State.
Yeah, listen, man. My first one, of course, I ain't go there. Shouts out, I didn't go there.
You didn't go there.
Shouts out to my man MC Chan, Mike Chandler. You know that.
Okay. Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, man. That was my young boy mentor. He mentored me as a young boy, man.
That's what's up.
And he only had me by 2 years as far as GI is concerned, levels are concerned. But he went to Del State, and the year before I went down there, I went down for a show, and of course, you got yours truly right on your shirt. That was my first show at Del State, going to see them again. 87, 86. I didn't get the Del State until 88. So I'm down there a year in advance, bloom, in the building. You know what I mean? And then right off the top, the first show I remember when I was at Del State, I got the pictures of my joint, Biz Markie. I'm in front of Biz Markie, I got it in my book. Biz Markie, Cool Beat. Yeah, Biz Markie was my first show I ever went to when I was enrolled at Del State, man. Yeah. I got the picture right there, boy. I got the footage. But yeah, Biz, man, trash the stage, man.
Yeah.
Trash it, man. You put a show on. Damn, that was an amazing show.
I'm not gonna lie, Biz. Nobody Beats the Biz is my favorite album of hip hop all time. I start doing it right now.
Straight up, huh?
He was I've never seen him in person. My sister said she seen him up at Apollo and he snapped.
Right.
How was he live?
Yeah, incredible, man. Like I said, they didn't lip sync back then, of course.
All live.
It was all live, man.
And no Memorex.
And with the beatbox flow, you know what I'm saying? You know, him and Dougie had their thing going on, man. Dougie, no Doug, dude, but Biz was real, man. He put a hell of a show on, man, and he turned out to be an incredible DJ.
Yeah.
He's Biz, man. Yeah, he put a hell of a show on as a DJ, man, after his rap career. But yo, listen, that man put a hell of a show on, man. We got to meet him, the Vapors. You know what I mean? Beat the Biz, and you got a picture with him and Cool Vic at the crib, man. Yeah, my first show at Del State. Those guys on the shirt came 100 times. You know what I mean? This was back in '88 when I got enrolled. Chris. You know what I mean? Brand Nubian, one of the Brand Nubian members, Sadat X, Derek X.
He was Derek X at the time.
Yeah, one of them went to Del State, so he came back and did the show. And a slew of rappers, man. I don't even know where rock can start, man. Naughty by Nature. You know what I mean? I know Eric B. and Rock Gums graced the stage one time, man. I had to say, you know what I mean?
Man, they snapped.
Yeah, man. Damn, we got all type of pictures in the files, man. But every rapper came through that.
Now,
every hot rapper.
I
got a story for you, but go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Tell your story.
Oh, man. Beans State Prop was there, man. And this is when we first started doing our RV nonsense. It's probably first, second year doing our RV nonsense, man.
RV
State
boys.
Prop was down there, right? So we pull in, Doug. We call ourselves pause, all that nonsense. Backdoor specialist is what we call ourselves. We pulled in. He said Beans is in the back. They let us flow. We parked the RV right in the back of the Del State Stadium. Got out the RV. Said Beans and them is in the RV. They was coming to perform. They probably ain't get there yet. We walked right in the back gate. Walked, dispensed from each other. The security looking for Beans and them. We locked the RV out. The rest is history. We in the show backstage chilling, you know what I'm saying?
That's how that goes. I just got to get in there. Next year I'm in there, I'm backstage with a
Right. We just spent there, just when we were there. We been up in there at night, like 5, 6 of us got in that drink, man, thinking Beans was in there, man. So that was an incredible run. Del State, man. I don't like using this term, but Del State don't owe us nothing, man. I don't like using that.
Hey,
that's my first time ever using that nonsense. They don't owe us that.
Juice out of that, huh?
Yeah, man. We still doing a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? I love Del State, man. Del State University.
Now, I've heard about a legendary performer and a performance. I just want to ask, was you there? With it one Busta Rhymes.
Absolutely.
Was there.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was a slew of them, man. We was at every one of them, man. We ain't taking no nights off. Well, no such thing as taking no nights off, man. It just, I don't know. don't know what the kids do now, but wasn't no nights off. You know, this back with no technology. We had no jack on her cell phone, on her hip.
It's nothing to distract us from this life.
Yeah. There no cable television now that junk. We had 5 channels, you know what I mean? With nothing to be in the room for. You know what I mean? We get a little thing off, we get a little room party, but nah, we was at every show, man. So yeah, most definitely seen Busta Rhymes there, man. Most definitely.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah. Come to me.
Your favorite song or group or moment in Delaware hip hop is what? It don't have to be a Delaware person, but happen here in Delaware.
Right off top, man. Right off top. Just what you said is I'm gonna represent the hood, represent Delaware in this, man. My favorite moment, man, my most memorable moment was when Project X dropped, man. And I got that cassette tape at the crib somewhere, man. I seen my man Grand G. We had the girl rappers on there. I told her son the girl rappers was on there. Yeah. But that was most memorable moment because I knew, you know, a couple of those guys, knew the girls. And that was a hot album. That was a hot cassette. Straight up, Project X, man. Project X, that's my most memorable in the hood. Coming out, that group, they had a nice album, a nice cassette. We didn't bump the album too much. No, it was an album, but yeah, we just bumped that cassette, man. We trashed that cassette, man. No doubt.
What's crazy to me, being from East Side, I knew Grand, man, they used to have a group, him, Tone, and I want to say Randy Haskins. They had a group, you know what I'm saying?
361. That was a little hood group.
You remember that?
361.
This is
631.
631.
Yeah, my fault, y'all.
But that's, yo, shout out to Tone and Hass. But that's what I'm saying.
Hass did spin a little bit on.
Right. But he was the DJ, wasn't he?
He's doing something, man.
That's what
I think they tried out for the talent show or something, man. We tried out too or some nonsense.
Yo, and that's what I'm saying. To see them from my hood, to see somebody like you with your fashion and you know how, I'm talking about right in my vicinity. You know what I'm saying? I was like, the hip hop here, people need to know this. There are people here who are hip hop. Like I said, you ain't never rhyme, you don't scratch, you don't dance, you're not a b-boy. I don't know if you do graffiti, but you hip hop all day long.
All day long, man. All day long.
You know what I'm saying? And
I love it, man.
And with
I love it.
That type of mentality, that perspective, I had to come and see Mo G, man, and reach out and just have you tell your story of hip hop through your eyes. Just want to shake your hand, good brother. Thank you for the time, man.
Word. And listen, man, thanks for having me, man. That means a lot, man. You know, I've been on the Fire Nights, you know what I mean? I appreciate everything y'all do, man. And I appreciate y'all asking me, man. It really means a lot, man. And I'm not the one to say, I ain't doing that, boom, nah. We grew up with each other, man. We're supposed to represent each other, man. We're supposed to come out, man. You come out to my event, I come out to your event, you know what I mean? We're supposed to represent and support each other, man.
Exactly.
Straight up. So that means a lot, too, man. And I didn't say that earlier. Thank you. All right? Straight up.
You welcome, OG. You welcome. And we out.
My man.
Shit. Thank you, bro. Yeah, definitely.
We had. Say what? We had. Say what? We had.